Oh, Lordy. Lordy, 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 Lordy. What has my nation turned into? Hi. Hi. Hello. Hello there. Hi. Oh, I'm kind of washed the fuck out. Hold on. I might have to lower that. I gotta lower that. That's too bright. Is that good? Is that better? My hair looks crazy. I just got back from the gym. I didn't even shower yet. On a Sunday, yeah, dude. I didn't even want to do this, but I gotta do this. Like I can't stay silent today. It's grating. It's digging into my fucking brain. Like I actually think you're watching the beginning of Death Squads. I'm not kidding, guys. I think you're watching the beginning of a Death Squad. Okay? Because Death Squads don't happen from decree. It's not like Gregory Bovino or Trump is going to be like, you hereby have authority to start murdering. It takes a couple of people to murder a couple of motherfuckers until everybody starts murdering motherfuckers. And if you go, hey man, we probably should stop, then they murder you, and it becomes a snowball effect, and it gets worse, and it gets worse, and it gets worse, and this is the formation of death squads, you know. But we got to talk about it. I'm live because we got to talk about it. I'm not gonna be live for long. I am not gonna be live for long. I got a fucking ribeye with my name on it that I gotta cook. All right. I'll give you a little song because we gotta start with a little bit of hope core. All right. Hit me with some Bella Ciao's. Una mattina mi sono alzato, un bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 partigiano. Oh, I fucked it up. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor, un partigiano, portami via. Un bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 partigiano, portami via. Che mi sento di morir. It's bad, but you know, c'est la vie. All right. How much snow by you? A lot, bro, a lot. Crazy day for TikTok to go full suppression. Yeah, well, you know what the problem is the violence is becoming so repetitive that when when TikTok tries to suppress like the crazy shit, what they do is they show you what happened last week. They show you videos from content creators last week, right? But the thing is, last week they killed Renee Good. This week they killed Alex Peretti. Next week they're gonna kill many more, and it's going to become impossible. It's going to become impossible for them to maintain this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Genuinely. All right. Dude, you want to hear something crazy? Do you want to know just how fucked up TikTok is? Look, I posted one final video on TikTok 37 minutes ago. 0 views, bro. 0 views in 37 minutes. You don't need to like me. You do not need to like me to understand that is actually unbelievable. You don't need to even like my content. That's insane. You can address, like, dude, I fucking hate the older millennial, but if the older millennial posted a video and within 37 minutes it had 0 views, I'd go, okay, yeah, no, something's up. Something's up. Something is wrong, you know? That's insane. That's insane. It's fucking baffling. You don't even see the video, do you? You don't even see the video. And I can prove to you, look, it says posted 37 minutes ago. 37 minutes ago. Brothers, that app is done. That app is done. Gonzo Alonzo. And in that video, I said, this is my last TikTok ever. Don't expect more. Thank you for the $5. All right? All right. I think we gotta dive in because I don't want to be live for too long, but I think we gotta just dive in and make the goddamn video. Y'all ready? I already made the thumbnails, by the way. I don't know if Dead Siren is in here. I already made the thumbnails for this. I prepared for this. I got links set up for you. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. You guys ready to go? You guys ready to go? Y'all ready? Let's do it. It's not there. I believe you. All right, here we go. Death squads are forming. Children are being used as bait. Masked secret police are walking around the streets, executing American citizens in cold blood after beating them senselessly, pistol whipping them in the face, and then as they murder them in cold blood, other Nazis are cheering. All of this is on video. None of this is fake. The Second Amendment is gone. A man named Alex Peretti was murdered in cold blood by a group of 8 Nazis. Now, I'm saying Nazis, but we're talking about federal agents. We're talking about the ICE Gestapo thugs, the white supremacists who have been handed a badge and a gun, right? Alex Peretti was a legal observer and a ICU nurse for the VA, and he was pepper sprayed in the face at point blank, taken down to the ground in an 8v1. The fucking shit was kicked out of him. They pistol whipped him in the fucking face over and over again. They then confiscated his fucking firearm, his legally owned firearm that he had a fucking concealed carry permit for. They confiscated the firearm, took it away so he was no longer a threat, and then unloaded 11 rounds into his fucking defenseless body that is face down on the fucking ground. And then after, they are cheering and clapping and going, "Where's the gun? Where's the gun?" All of this is on video. None of this is fake. And yet, you will have these bootlicking Nazi fucks tell you to not believe your lying eyes. I don't even know what to tell you other than you are actually, genuinely at war. You are at war with a Nazi government that wants to fucking murder you. If you are a leftist, if you are a liberal, if you are black, if you are brown, if you are trans, if you are gay, if you are not Christian, they want to murder you. And they are forming death squads. When is it gonna ring true? When is it gonna hit you? When are you gonna realize that these fucking peaceful protests are doing nothing? Because you are up against lawless, subhuman, fascist dogs. Embrace the future or die. Now we have to talk about this. I got a lot to talk about. I got a lot of different videos here. We're gonna start off with something that is genuinely fucking brutal. Now, I think that we're gonna be able to get through the terms of service because it's not exactly gruesome. There's no blood or anything, but this is a clear angle of exactly what I just fucking said to you. And if a single one of you watching is capable of refuting what you are seeing with your own eyes, you are a waste of oxygen. You would be better off enslaved in a fucking gulag. We're gonna watch an innocent man be murdered by 8 Nazis now.
Go.
There's Alex. This is the victim. This is the man filming. He has a legal concealed carry firearm tucked into his waistband on his 6 o'clock, as is his right with his concealed carry permit in the state of Minnesota.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So ICE, this one Nazi here, he starts beating up these women because, as you know, ICE are all terrorists who hate women. Shoves her to the ground, pepper sprays Alex at point blank range in the fucking eyes. Pepper spraying him nonstop, trying to shove him to the ground, still pepper spraying him. Still pepper spraying him. Still pepper spraying him. Alex is trying to save this woman because he's a fucking ICU nurse. It's in his nature to save people. You know what's in the nature of these fucking Nazis? To kill people, to rape people, to ship them off to concentration camps. Friendly fucking reminder, there's no such thing as an innocent ICE agent. And you, who's watching this, whose family member is in ICE, that includes them. That fucking includes them, and it includes you. You're a fucking collaborator.
The fuck, people! The fuck is wrong with you?
So now, I'm counting, let's see, 1, 2, 3,
Honestly!
let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Nazis, an 8th one will come in. They now have Alex on the ground and are beating him. This man here will now confiscate Alex's gun, which is a violation of his Second Amendment rights. This man is pistol whipping Alex in the fucking face. This man has removed the gun. Now somebody screams, gun, gun, gun. That is a lie. Alex does not have his firearm. His firearm has been illegally confiscated by the Nazis. You will now watch them shoot Alex while he is lying face down on the ground defenseless 10 times. Do not look away. Well, what they did was what they're trained to do. Murder dissidents of the Fuhrer. That is what ICE is here for. They are not here for border patrol. They are not here for detaining illegal immigrants. ICE is a private paramilitary organization that is owned by Donald Trump. Their sole intention is to slaughter any and all dissidents of the regime. You are all up next. You need to accept that reality. And this includes you, MAGA voter. This includes you who, yeah, you voted for Trump, but you also want to see the Epstein files because you don't think pedophilia is a good thing. Well, guess what then? You're next. They want to kill you too. Accept reality. I got more for you. I got many different angles of this here. So here is right after they murdered him, and you will hear one of the Nazis screaming, "Where is the gun? Where's the gun? Where's the fucking gun? Who's got the gun? Where's the gun? Who's got the gun? Where's the gun?" So that immediately, just so you understand, all of the video evidence from every single angle refutes the actual federal government's talking point. And the federal government's talking point, coming from the literal vice president of the United States of America, is that Alex was an assassin who showed up and brandished his weapon because he wanted to slaughter as many police officers and ICE agents as he possibly could. None of that is true. And yet, the government will tell you that it is. And if you believe it, you are subhuman, and you do deserve to be treated as such. I got more for you. Here we have some slowed down footage, and I want you to watch this Nazi here when the shots start ringing off. Yes, he's cheering. Yes, he's clapping. Because they want to kill us all. They don't care if he's illegal. They don't care if he's white. They don't care if he's Christian. They don't care about anything other than one thing. He's not on their side. And if you're not on their side, they will kill you. A few weeks back, I made a video where I said, did you know that it's illegal to film ICE agents now? And a couple of liberals were like, no, it's not. How dare you? How dare you do that? The woman filming that first video I showed you, she was immediately arrested by ICE, and now they're hunting her down. She's afraid to go home. Not only are they murdering us in the street, they are arresting anybody who films, anybody who observes what is going on. This is the reality you live in, and if you cannot accept that you live in a fascist dictatorship, keep your ears plugged, your eyes closed, and just let the adults take care of it from now on while you sit in your little state of normalcy and you pretend everything's going to be okay. Don't worry, the midterm elections will fix this. Don't worry, the 2028 presidential election will fix this. Right? Right? You feel that fear? You feel that anxiety? Your instinct may be to call me a fearmonger, but all I'm doing is shining a light on reality. That fear, that anxiety you're feeling is because reality is crashing down on you. But you need to maintain hope. I refuse to allow you to sit up sniveling and fucking crying. I need you to understand that if you have a voice, if you have vocal cords, it is your fucking duty, it is your fucking obligation to stand up against this. If you don't have the ability to get out in the fucking streets with your fellow man, then the least you could do is record your fucking voice. The least you could do. You're up against Nazis who cheer when they kill us. Unfucking believable. We got a little analysis here from Dropsite News. If you're not subscribed to Dropsite News, you really should be. They're always on top of it with the coverage.
Federal agents throw a woman down
into an ice bank.
and you see Alex now going to help the woman. This is the slow motion bit. Now you see an agent there spray a chemical irritant straight at Alex's face. And by the way, there's a court order, a federal court order that's asked them not to do that again.
Right.
Spray the chemical irritant again. There's a federal court order that says peaceful protesters should not be dispersed with chemical irritants, tear gas, etc. An order from just a few days ago.
Now he's trying to help this woman up.
Yeah.
And they're pulling him off of her.
Correct. They're pulling him off of her. And now you will see them try to pin Alex Preddy down on the ground. Multiple agents. There are at least 6 agents.
I want to point out
him.
one thing. A chatter just said, why would a woman try to step up to an armed man? Because most women are braver than you will ever be. You are an ideological coward. You were raised by weak parents, and they were raised by weak men and women. You will never be as brave as the nearest woman to you.
You see multiple agents there, 4 agents, and that's the moment that the officer, the federal agent, has his hand on the holster.
There's clearly no threat here. Like he has at least 4 agents pinning him down.
Yeah, and 2 more around him. And these are the gunshots.
And his elbows you can see on the ground. You can't have your elbows on the ground and be reaching for a weapon.
Hey, by the way, not a single one of those ICE agents wear body cams because ICE does not wear body cams. Yes, they are legally obligated to, but laws don't apply to them because they're a secret police force that is loyal to a pedophile billionaire. That's the reality you live in. By the way, I know there's so many fucking maggots in here. You're all inferior vermin. Eagles do not care about the opinions of worms. I couldn't give less of a shit about anything you have to say. If I'm gonna be honest, I think you're all fucking retarded. Let's keep watching.
Which has already been taken from you, by the way.
And look at where the gunshots, when the gunshots take place, and you can see it's that agent firing the initial gunshot. Look how far away they are from him. You can just pause the video here for a second.
He's lying on the ground and they continue to shoot at him. So it's quite shocking to watch, especially in slow motion.
Look at how far they are when they fire these 4 shots. He's still on the ground, lifeless, and they keep firing at him.
Yes, because they got hard off of it. I'm not kidding. It's because these ICE agents have bloodlust. These are violent murderers and rapists who finally have an excuse to kill anybody that they want.
You've had J.D. Vance share Stephen Miller's argument that that basically they're calling him a mass shooter.
Actually, J.D. Vance called him an assassin. We have that queued up.
When in fact, for no reason, an immigration official shoved a woman onto the ground. He went to help her, and then they were both sprayed. Then he's thrown to the ground. They struggle with him, take his firearm, and then after they do that, kill him.
I got more for you. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I got proof. I have concrete evidence that ICE confiscated this man's firearm, violating his Second Amendment rights before they murdered him. So first, we have the photo here. This man, as we saw in the video, he walked up with nothing in his hands. He reached into the back of Alex's pants and he came out with that firearm and walked away. Okay? Second thing is slow motion footage of him removing that firearm. Let me put this into slow-mo for you. Oh wait, no, this is afterwards when they're screaming, "Where's the gun?" Where's the gun? Where's the fucking gun? We watched that earlier. So no, Alex did not have his firearm on him when he was murdered. Shag says, it's not time to be scared. It's time to lock in. It's time to use your rage. Be smart. Be calculated. It's time for everyone to lock in. Get to know your surroundings. Be prepared, not scared. Do not panic. Organize. You have a community. You have friends. You still have some rights. Organize. They want to hide their identity? Hide yours. They want to brandish their firearms? Brandish yours. You're up against actual Nazis. You're not up against Republicans. The Republican Party died in 2016 when a pedophile rapist took over their party. You are up against the Fourth Reich. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, comrade. You're up against Nazis. So, within an hour and a half of Alex Peretti being murdered by Nazis, Stephen Miller posted, an assassin tried to murder federal agents, and this is your response, in response to Chris Murphy, who said, 1, ICE must leave Minneapolis, and 2, Congress should not fund this version of ICE that is seeking confirmation, chaos, and dystopia. Now, Stephen Miller, as we know, is one of the chief Nazis within the regime, but J.D. Vance, the actual vice president of the United States of America, reposted this message. Before the man's body was cold, they reposted that he was an assassin. Now, this is because when they kill you, they will immediately control the narrative, paint you out to be a domestic terrorist. Let's just think about it. So if they murdered me, here's what would happen. Within an hour and a half, I would be labeled as a violent extremist domestic terrorist. The right wing would be online putting AI-generated memes of me, making me fatter than I am, making me look like a sobbing, crying liberal. You know what I'm saying? They would advocate to murder more of us. They would say that I deserved it, okay? That is the world that you live in. When they kill you, they will then say you deserved it no matter what. No matter what, okay? Now, speaking of the hypocrisy, Luigi's gonna go crazy for a little bit. I do want to point out Kyle Rittenhouse here. Do you guys not remember when this young fucking fat retard took his AR-15 and murdered 2 innocent black people, and then he blubbered like a fat baby back bitch in court going, I was just afraid for my life. And now he's, he's got his own talk show and he's doing all this shit. I need you to understand the hypocrisy levels of the right. It was literally never about the Second Amendment. It was about murdering minorities. It was about murdering the other side, whether they be leftists or liberals. I'm sorry about Luigi barking in the background. Luigi, do I rest? Likiri! That's High Valyrian. Likiri! That means calm down in High Valyrian. Dohairas! That means obey in High Valyrian. I trained her in High Valyrian. Luigi! I'm sorry about that. We're gonna move on here. So, the Nazis are now creating a watch list of anyone and everybody who films them. The Department of Homeland Security tells Ken Klippenstein, and we also have video evidence of some of this. Check this shit out.
It's not illegal to record.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, why are you taking my information down?
Because we have a nice little database.
Oh, good.
And now you're considered a domestic terrorist. So
For videotaping you?
Yes, for videotaping you, because the United States of America has fallen. I would like to rescind the calm conversations and the relative apologies that I had to liberals the other day when I made a video and I said, if you film ICE, it's illegal now to film ICE agents. And a lot of people said, no, it's not. How dare you spread out false information? Suck my fucking dick, get on your hands and knees, eat my shitty fucking asshole, because the socialists and the leftists, such as myself, are the only fucking people telling you the truth. These goddamn fucking libtards are gonna tell you that everything's fine and we're gonna make our way out of the fucking midterms. We're not. The answer is not in the ballot box. The answer is in the fucking ammo box. And if you disagree with me, you're wrong, stupid, and probably gonna end up fucking dead to these Nazi fucks who are creating a goddamn database where you are considered a domestic terrorist if you film them.
Good.
and now you're considered a domestic terrorist. So
For videotaping you?
Yes, for videotaping them. Yes, correct. Really sorry about the barking out there. There's really nothing I can do about that. All right, I also want to cover this here. Where is it? So, Donald Trump, here it is. Where is it? Donald Trump and Pam Bondi drafted and sent a threatening letter to Minnesota Governor Tim Walz attempting to extort the state into handing over its voter rolls as part of an ongoing campaign to undermine local elections. So essentially, the Trump regime told Minnesota that they will pull back ICE if you hand over the voting records for the entire state. Now, this is because, as I've been saying, they're going to prevent the midterm election. Now, the way that they're going to prevent the midterm election is by allowing it to happen, but they're going to prevent any and all Democrats from voting, especially in swing states. They will intimidate you, they will arrest you, they will detain you, they will do literally fucking anything, even the illegal shit, to stop you from voting. This is because democracy died. Okay? We got more here.
What is your...
We got state regime media that calls itself Fox News that is riddled with domestic terrorists and disgusting plastic-faced whores, already spinning the defense method, saying, no, this is just self-defense. Get a look at this shit.
As we learn these details, we see the weapon. We're in the very preliminary...
I don't know who's talking, but it sounds like a plastic-faced blonde whore.
...stages, only sharing the details we know. What is your analysis with the limited information we have here at 1150?
That's a key point right there, Kaylee. This is a limited analysis because there's not a lot of information out at this point. But again, it's very important to note that it is from the perspective of the agent at the time that the shooting occurred. It is not Monday morning quarterbacking. Hindsight is 2020. It is, did those agents believe that they were in, serious danger of death or serious physical injury? And did they believe that that deadly force was justified? And we need to look very closely.
Dude, these fat-bodied, morbidly obese agents probably fear for their life when they see a fucking carrot or a stick of celery. Don't tell me that they feared for their fucking life, you dumb bitch.
The fact that they likely saw the firearm. That's a big red flag when you're a law enforcement officer and you're, the videos that I've seen.
They're not law enforcement officers.
Very limited, but it appears that they were in close contact with them. If you believe that a subject is grabbing for that weapon and that they could pull it out at any moment and use it and fire it against you, that is going into your, your checklist of things, is deadly force justified? And again, these agents are expected to make split-second decisions.
Do you hear that, by the way, MAGA? If you own a firearm, deadly force is authorized now. The Second Amendment has been abolished by the Fuhrer.
It is between, life or death, action versus reaction, but we will let the full investigation work itself out. I know that there was a question that...
No, you won't. You won't let the full investigation work itself out. An hour and a half after this man was murdered by 8 Nazis, the Vice President of the United States of America called him an assassin and claimed that he was there to murder as many agents as possible. You're not waiting until there's an investigation. Why are you lying? Why are you pretending?
I believe was asked earlier on, and they asked, was the magazine in the gun? Let's say that the magazine was not in the gun, okay? Just a scenario that might be the case. Frankly, that's irrelevant because the agent, if they do not know whether or not it is loaded or not, when you are seeing a gun in your face and you're in the scuffle, then you have to, again, assume that is a gun. And the appearance of a gun, things of that sort, again, agents are going through their minds check by check. And when...
They're not going check by check. They're operating off of fucking instinct, and they are untrained rapists and murderers, okay? These are also January 6th insurrectionists and white supremacists, okay? Got more here. Now you got Fox. Oh, yeah, I knew it. It was a dumb, blonde, plastic-faced whore. You fucking fascist fleshlight.
They are patriotic ICE agents. Look, I think Minneapolis and the governor and the mayor are to blame for all of this because they're doing
the mayor and Minneapolis. Okay, so it's the fault of the protesters and the government. Got it.
That are endangering both illegal migrants and the protesters. First of all, the sanctuary city policies are what the reason for all these raids. Because
this wasn't a raid. This didn't happen during a raid. They just murdered a random man who was filming them.
If they were just the Trump administration, Tom Homan has said they want...
Tom Homan should be in fucking prison right now. A, he sounds like his mouth is riddled with fucking marbles. And B, he committed fraud. He embezzled, what, $50,000 cash? He accepted a cash bribe.
Target illegal migrants with criminal records, either charged with...
Yeah, he also looks like the fucking orc from Return of the King, the bubble-faced one, the fucked up one.
With crimes or convicted of crimes or have deportation orders. They are not cooperating with ICE in getting rid of those people. As a result, they have to carry out these large-scale raids.
Yo, by the way, this isn't a human being. This is an actual 13,000-year-old reptilian shapeshifter.
In order to find them, and while they're finding them, they're collateral arrests of people who don't have criminal records. Because if they find someone who's here illegally, they're going to take them and they're going to deport them. So they're causing the need for these raids to begin with by their sanctuary policies, and then the protesters are protesting in response to those raids, and they're pouring fuel on the fire by accusing ICE of doing terrible things, which means that somebody's going to get upset and bring a gun to one of these protests, and they're going to get shot.
Oh, okay. So if you exercise your First and Second Amendment rights, you're just gonna get shot? Is that what you're saying? You fucking supine, gelatinous, spineless, fucking hairless worm? You literal fucking piece of shit. This guy looks like my fucking balls right after I shave them.
So they're endangering the protesters by with their rhetoric about ICE and by encouraging them to go out and protest. And the raids wouldn't even be necessary if they would just do their jobs and follow the law and cooperate with ICE in deporting the people with criminal records. 9 out of 10 Americans want to deport every illegal migrant with a criminal record.
Yeah, and fucking 2 out of 10 Americans are brain-dead troglodytes.
Handgun. The officers attempted to disarm, approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun.
Direct
the
lie. Lie.
Officers attempted to disarm this individual, but the armed suspect reacted violently.
Lie.
Fearing.
I absolutely hate this fucking cunt more than any woman I've ever laid eyes on. I'm not kidding. I despise this fucking bitch.
For his life and for the lives of his fellow officers around him, an agent fired defensive shots.
Sorry the
Medics
video's
were
so
on the
loud.
scene.
I didn't notice. I lowered it. I'm really sorry about that. I lowered it. You can adjust your volume now.
Immediately and attempted to deliver medical aid to the subject, but he was pronounced dead. An individual approached U.S.
They also did not give him medical aid. They refused to give him medical aid. Now we got Adam Kinzinger here, friend of the show, former Republican congressman. Listen, we've talked about this a million times. You're not up against Republicans. This is a Republican, okay? You're not up against Republicans. You're up against Nazis.
So let's do an update.
Granted, I need you to understand, all Republican policies are fucking heinous. They're all fucking terrible. I'm not telling you that Republicans are good people. They're all fucking terrible people. But Adam abandoned the Republican Party because the Republican Party abandoned fucking humanity.
For the ICE shooting, I'm seeing a lot of comments by people on the right trying to justify this, saying the guy was armed. So let's just take that where it is. First off, I want to point out there is a lot of video that shows that a agent actually took the guy's gun from him and disarmed him prior to 9 shots being fired point blank into his body.
He counted that wrong. It's either 10 or 11.
And killing him. If the video is telling us the truth, which, okay, but, you know, let's put a caveat in there, then you cannot shoot a guy once he's been disarmed if he doesn't pose a threat to you. Now, let's assume for a second that there wasn't that video showing him being disarmed, and because you hear it, well, he was carrying a gun. Every state in the union has a concealed carry provision. Every state in the union allows you to carry a gun.
By the way, quick refresher, right now the leftists and the liberals are advocating to maintain the Second Amendment. The right-wing conservative MAGA fascists are actually trying to dismantle your gun rights. That hell hath frozen over. And yeah, also hell hath literally frozen over. As we can see, it's a terrible fucking snowstorm. But the left is trying to keep the Second Amendment. The right is trying to dismantle it.
In Texas, as an example, you don't even have to have any kind of a license to carry a gun. You just do it if you're 21 years or older. So his mere possession of a gun does not make him a criminal nor give you a right to shoot him at all. Now, if you are getting beat to within an inch of your life and you fear for your life, you are allowed to use that weapon in self-defense in any case. So when you hear people say, well, look, they found a gun on him, that does not give them a right to shoot. They would only be justified in shooting if he drew that gun and pointed it at officers.
Which he didn't, but Kristi Noem, the lying troglodyte plastic fucking Eva Braun bitch, is claiming that he did. She's lying.
And then secondarily, let's not even point out the fact that what is ICE doing creating these problems in Minnesota? So when you hear people say he had a gun, okay, that makes no difference.
Shout out Adam, friend of the show. here's a list. Oh, sorry. Oh, Jesus, I'm about to die. There we go. So, a bunch of Democrats are voting to increase DHS's funding for ICE because they believe that the reason why these terrorists are murdering us is because they're not trained enough. That's because these Democrats are actual traitors to the American people. Here are the 7 Democrats who sided with the Republicans. Now, when I read these names, I need you to understand, these are actual traitors. We're talking about treason, okay? These people are committing fucking treason. And not only do they need to be primaried, but they need to be fucking arrested, okay? We have Representative Henry Queller from Texas, Representative Jared Golden from Maine, Representative Marie Gluesenkamp Perez from Washington State, Representative Laura Gillen from New York State, Representative Don Davis from North Carolina, Representative Tom Suozzi from New York State, and Representative Vicente Gonzalez from Texas. These 7 Democrats have committed treason. They deserve so much worse, but they at least need to be fucking primaried. They are traitors and they are Republicans hiding in sheep's fucking clothing. That is who they are, okay? Now, some Senate Democrats are threatening a government shutdown, and they should. They should shut down this fuck-ass government. We shouldn't even be paying fucking taxes anymore. You shouldn't even be paying your medical bills. You shouldn't be paying fucking anything to these fascist dogs. Not until Donald Trump is removed from office and every single fucking member of his cabinet is thrown into a fucking gulag where we can use them as slave labor until the end of their miserable fucking existence. If you're not as mad as me, get the fuck out of my way. Get the actual fuck out of my way. I'm not reading that. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of hope. I'm going to show you some of the Minnesota response. Dude, the people of Minnesota are genuinely fucking built differently. Fucking negative 40 degrees during this, by the way. These are not, like, I'm not saying this in a dehumanizing way, but these are not humans. These are next level fucking supermen, okay? There's gotta be 50,000 people in this fucking crowd. Never let these fascists convince you that you are in the minority, when in reality, about 20% of the nation is still supporting the Fuhrer. That's it. We outnumber them. We outnumber the fuck out of them, and we can take them down. They're chanting, whose streets? Our streets. And yes, these are our fucking streets. These federal agents work for me. You hear that, Nazi? You work for me. I'm your boss. I tell you what to fucking do. And if you don't like that, face the wall. Our fucking streets. This is the only appropriate response, by the way. This is my king, Zoran. As tens of thousands across America protest the violence that ICE sows with impunity, federal agents shot and killed another person in Minneapolis today. ICE terrorizes our cities. ICE puts us all in danger. Abolish ICE. Now, some people on Fox News actually cannot deny reality anymore, and we're going to watch them. Just so you understand, this is why your most Republican family members stopped watching Fox News and they only watch Newsmax. Newsmax will never step foot in front of the Fuhrer, but Fox, at least, I think there's a handful, maybe like 2 or 3 people who still have dignity.
Streets of Minneapolis today, what is first and foremost in your mind?
Well, John, I got to tell you, I've watched that videotape for at least about, let's say, 100 times because I knew I was going to be coming on with you and I wanted to speak as accurate as I can. And I do believe that there needs to be a complete investigation. I was taken back by the White House, who initially put out what I defined as misrepresentation of what took place there when you look at the video. It was said that Mr. Peretti was banishing a weapon. Well, he was not banishing a weapon. Yes, he did have a weapon. It was said that by the White House that Mr. Peretti attacked those agents.
By the way, they purposely waited until 10:30 p.m. to tell their viewers that it was actually a lie that he was brandishing his weapon, because the overwhelming majority of people who watch Fox News are the elderly, and they are already asleep.
No, he did not attack those agents. And one of the White House individuals called Mr. Peretti a domestic terrorist. I find this man is dead. He has a family. And to go out and call him a domestic terrorist without giving any more information is just unacceptable. And then, John, when I looked at the video, what you saw was an agent pushing a woman aside, Mr. Peretti getting sprayed, them jumping on top of Mr. Peretti. And this is something that our audience should see with their own eyes. You can see.
I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but shout out to this guy. Listen, I fucking hate Fox News, but it seems like they had to bring in somebody who had a functioning fucking brain. Oh, again, friendly reminder, please try to cancel me if you want, but anybody who watches Fox News seriously is mentally fucking retarded, okay?
Where one of the agents actually physically takes Mr. Peretti's gun, and that is before he shot. And then all of a sudden he shot. There's a pause, and there are more bullets that are shot in his direction. So that investigation, what I'm asking is that there be a complete and thorough and transparent investigation, John, not only by the federal agencies, but also by the state and...
There will be no investigation by local police, and the federal government will investigate it, and they will rule that he's a domestic terrorist. This is because the Justice Department has been completely destroyed. You do not live in a free nation. You live in a fascist dictatorship. If you disagree with me, you're wrong and stupid.
Local investigators also working together.
Got one more for you here. I wanted to show you who Alex really was. This is Alex. This is the victim here. Alex was an ICU nurse at the Veterans Administration. He was an ICU nurse at the VA. All he wanted to do was fucking help people who were sick. He saved lives, and he was murdered in cold blood for standing up for his community. We demand charges against all ICE agents involved in Peretti's murder. This is where I disagree with you, Senator. We demand charges on all ICE agents. All of them. I want them mass arrested. I'm not kidding. I want every single ICE agent arrested. All of them. No due process. Imprison them all. I know some of you might be thinking, Chris, that's a bit authoritarian. When are you going to realize what you're up against? How do you think we beat the Nazis? Debate? Vote? And also, beating the Nazis is debatable, considering we only executed 11 of them. And then we gave thousands American passports, scrubbed their records, employed them in places like NASA. Wernher von Braun, the man who got us on the moon, the head of NASA, high-ranking Nazi officer. You live in the Fourth Reich, and you always have. America has never been a good nation. It has always been cruel. It has always been white supremacist. It was built upon slavery and gun violence. We raped and pillaged our way through these lands. We slaughtered 40 to 50 million Native Americans and pushed the survivors into reservations. And you think what? The lady in the harbor holding the torch is what represents us? No. The Nazi in Minnesota holding the rifle, that is what represents us. I want to show you Donald Trump's most recent post on Truth Social. Throughout all of this chaos, throughout all of this nightmare, he's posting about the fucking ballroom. I'm building, on top of everything else that I'm doing, one of the greatest and most beautiful ballrooms anywhere in the world, with more than $300 million of great American patriots' money, and working closely with, right from the beginning, the United States military and Secret Service. This is a gift, zero taxpayer funding to the United States of America, of $300 to $400 million, depending on the scope and quality of interior finishes, for a desperate desperately needed space sought for over 150 years by previous presidents and administrations, so that the White House would no longer be forced to use a cheap and unsafe tent for big and important state events, dinners, meetings, conferences, and already scheduled future inaugurations for safety, security, and capacity purposes on a very wet and subject to weather White House lawn. Making such a large gift to the USA was thought to be by almost everyone a wonderful thing to do. But no, as usual, I got sued, this time by the radical left National No Trust for Historic Preservation, a group that couldn't care less about our country. All of the structural steel, windows, doors, AC, and heating equipment, marble, stone, precast concrete, bulletproof windows and glass, anti-drone roofing, and much more has been ordered or is ready to be, and there is no practical or reasonable way to go back. It is too late. Why didn't these obstructionists and troublemakers bring their baseless lawsuit much earlier? Congress never tried or wanted to stop the ballroom project. Everyone knew what was taking place at the White House. A great, big, beautiful gift to the United States of America. For those that are interested, the tiny East Wing was so bastardized and changed, built and rebuilt over the years that it bore no resemblance or relationship to the original building. The so-called preservationists who get their money from the most unusual of places should not be allowed to stop this desperately needed addition to our great White House, a place that a president has never needed permission to change or enhance because of the special grounds on which it sits, no matter how big and important that enhancement may be. Additionally, in this instance, it is being done with the design, consent, and approval of the highest levels of the United States military and Secret Service. The mere bringing of this ridiculous lawsuit has already unfortunately exposed this heretofore top secret fact. The top secret fact he's talking about is the Hitler bunker. He's putting a Fuhrer bunker underneath the ballroom, okay? And also, it's a ballroom, as in ball. They're doing sacrifices to Moloch and Baal down there, okay? Because they're all Epstein-class rapists. Stoppage of construction at this late date, when so much has already been ordered and done, would be devastating to the White House, our country, and all concerned. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Well, at least the president is focused on high priority topics, right? At least the president is, you know, he's got his head in the game, right? Hey, MAGA voter, this is what you voted for, right? Uh-huh. Go ahead and tell yourself that, you fucking fat-bodied incel piece of shit. You fucking troglodyte, you inferior Nazi fuck. Why don't you cry yourself to sleep, too? You bitchless, unfuckable motherfuckers. Does that say nothing but facts? What the fuck? It says socialism beats fascism. That's what it says. Whew. That's all I got for you. Comrades, the United States of America has fallen to a fascist death cult that worships a pedophile billionaire who has a private masked secret police walking around the United States of America executing dissidents. But we'll vote our way out, right? If you're here live, you stay. If you're watching this pre-recorded, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Also, donate money to the channel. This is real independent media. You didn't see an ad break. You didn't see a sponsor. You didn't see a fucking PAC or a billionaire or any of that shit. And honestly, they ain't never going to approach me. I'm a little too controversial. Donate to the channel. Click that video over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers. All right. I think that was a banger of a video, right? I already made the thumbnails. We're good to go on that. Chris, phone. I just sent an email. Is this what you were looking for? Is there anything more or less that you want? I'll check that afterwards, Jack. I'll check that right afterwards. Or, you know what? Let me just get a look right now. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I like. 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 Jack, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect, bud. Thank you. All right, let's get this video uploaded, huh? And then I'm gonna make myself a fucking ribeye. Hello, Avi. How are you? Hi, Avi. Bang big titty milfs. You got that right, dude. Any big titty milfs want to slide into my Instagram DMs? Please do. That'd be great. All right, let's get these thumbnails up. I'll show you them. Got Trump troopers. Note the swastika armbands that I put on them. I've got the end of the Second Amendment. And I've got death squads. All right, the title of this video is going to be... The Second Amendment The Second Amendment is gone. ICE Nazis. The Second Amendment is gone. ICE Nazis are executing us in the streets. No, I got this. ICE Nazis execute another American. We're trying to differentiate between Americans and Nazis. These are not Americans. The ICE agents, they're not Americans. They're not Americans. The Second Amendment is gone. ICE Nazis executed another American. How's that? Arm yourself. There we go. Comrades, the time has come. Hey, by the way, a year from today, you're actually going to be like at war. None of this is going to be happening. I need you to understand that. I'm being so fucking for real. A year from today, some of you are going to be shoulder to shoulder with me in a fucking fight. A gunfight. I need you to understand that reality. You need to understand that fucking reality. Come and take it. Come and fucking take it. Death squads are forming. Death squads are forming. Okay. Let's make an advertisement, short form advertisement for Instagram and YouTube Shorts. Death squads are forming in the United States of America. America has fallen to a fascist death cult that praises a pedophile billionaire who has his own private mass militant group that is walking around the streets of the United States executing dissidents of the regime. That is the state that we're at right now. I have a whole new video going into great detail about the murder of Alex Peretti, who was a legal observer who was exercising his First and Second Amendment rights. He had a concealed carry permit for his legally owned firearm that was confiscated from him by 8 Nazis that were beating the ever-loving fuck out of him, including pistol whipping him in the face. They then decided to unload 10 to 11 shots into his defenseless body while he's face down on the fucking ground, all while one ICE agent is clapping his hands like a fucking seal, cheering at the fact that an American is dying. And then, once he's dead, they cuff him and go, "Where's the gun? Where's the gun?" Within an hour and a half, the President of the United States of America labeled this man as an assassin. So did the Vice President of the United States, and so did Chief Nazi Stephen fucking Miller. If you don't understand what this country's gonna look like in a fucking year, please go watch a Holocaust documentary. New YouTube video on this. If you disagree with me, I genuinely wish you the fucking worst. Suck my dick and eat my shit. New YouTube video. No kisses. No kisses. No kisses today. No kisses. You get a kiss. You get a kiss. I'm gonna be all right. Until I get bodied. Once I'm bodied, you're all fucked. Good luck. Once I get bodied, which I will, you're all so fucked, dude. The Second Amendment has been abolished. You know what we need? I need someone to carry the flame, just in case. We are Charlie Kirk, we carry the flame. We fight for the gospel and honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk, his courage our own. Together unbroken, we'll make heaven known. We are Chris Valenti, we carry the flame. New episode of the Valenti VOD. And then we're gonna do related video, and it's gonna be this one, and it's gonna be upload short, and then we're gonna head on over to Instagram. Hey yo! What? Hey yo! What? Chris, I asked I told my teacher I'm anti-Zionist. He asked me if I believe Americans should have the right to a homeland. Yo, beat your teacher's ass. Beat him up. How about this? For legal reasons, that's a joke. The Second Amendment has been abolished. I can't take your loud ass seriously sometime. You trying to get fucked? Do you want me to fuck you? Are you out of your mind, son? Chris fucks. I love eating pussy. Chris fucks, though. All right, let's get this up. I'm sorry, I'm tweaking right now. I'm fucking tweaking right now. I have not slept in days, okay? I have not slept in days, okay? Days. days. Chris, chug a topo. Bro. If I had fucking alcohol right now, I'd end up on Fox News. New episode of the Valenti VOD. All right, that's done. Please go to bed, man. I'll beat the shit out of you. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know somebody bit off an ICE agent's finger. Bro, this is what I'm saying. Minnesota's different. Some fucking Nazi tried to detain a fucking person and they bit off the Nazi's finger. It's fucking great. I fully advocate for biting off Nazi fingers. Fully advocate for that. All right, I'm out of here, gang. I'm out of here. I'm donezo. I'm gonzo alonzo. I gotta go eat dinner. I gotta shower. I gotta relax, you know. I'm out of here. Thank you for the $10. Thank you for the $10 there. Shag is still here. Shag, you stayed the whole stream. Ain't that something? All right, gang. I'm out of here. Stay goated. Keep hope alive. That's all we got.